Okay, what are you saying, people, and welcome back to another live stream. Hope you're all doing well, like always. Hope the camera is facing right. There we go. So yeah, I hope that everyone is doing well. Do apologize, a little bit late today. My apologies. But I hope everyone is doing well and had a good weekend. Hi, Moch, as always, my moderator. Hope you had a fantastic weekend as well. But yeah, guys, welcome to the live stream. Hope everyone's doing well. Like always, any pairs, anything you're looking at, please leave it down in the chat. We'll take a look at it together. Any requests or any questions, or if you are looking at entering any trades, or you are in trades, feel free to share. We'll take a look and discuss together. Like always, if you haven't joined the Telegram group, feel free to go and do that. Links in the description to that, and also at the top of the chat there. And also, if you are looking for a broker, I do have an affiliate link to IC Markets. If you are looking for a broker, feel free to go and check that out. But yeah, guys, welcome to the stream. Anus, welcome. How are you doing? Good morning. How's it, Fabi? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Welcome. So yeah, we've seen a bit of activity this week. The market has been a little bit up and down. We did see the JPY pairs drop quite early on this week. Euro yen, pound yen, well, pretty much all the JPY pairs. And we did see some of the USD pairs rally as well. So seen quite a lot of momentum. This time last week, it was a little bit dry, but I'm liking the momentum we're seeing in the markets currently. Few positions I'm looking at. Well, few pairs I'm looking at to get a position for this week. I'll go through my watch list and the pairs that I'm looking at trading. Good morning, Carsten. Welcome to the stream. Hope you are good. Pound AD, please. It was in resistance, and Tank wondering if it will go further. Okay. I mean, Pound AD is actually a pair I'm actually looking at to trade this week. I mean, I was looking at buys at the start of the week, but unfortunately, the market kind of rallied without me. So if I do highlight this area here, let me change the old color. So yeah, I was looking for buys at this level of support here, 1.783. For buys at this level back to the highs of the range, because Pound AUD, to be fair, has created a bit of a range here between this resistance. We tested 3 times, 1, 2, 3, and that support, bit of a big fake out there with that big gap to, well, we did rally, I mean, we fell to the downside, then we gapped back above. So a bit of a fake move here, but more or less this level of support and that level of resistance up there has held a really nice range. We broke out of it, came back, retested it, respect to the prior low. Now the market's back inside the range. So I was looking for buys at the start of the week, yesterday, to see if we can come into this level and then push back to the highs. But we kind of gapped open to the upside, and then we rallied, almost came to the highs more or less, and we've tanked from then. Now we're back at this level. So for Pound AUD, it's a tricky one because I'm looking at the highs and the lows of the market. We've obviously got the price swing high. You know, the market's been making higher highs and higher lows with the higher low, missed it there, higher low, and then we create the new higher high, and then the market has pulled back since then, but it has formed a lower high here and potentially again another lower high there. So it looks like the bears are trying to reverse Pound AUD, and we could be seeing the market come to the downside. Certainly, if we do break through this level of support, I would favor Pound AUD to go a lot further, you know, potentially right back down to where it came from, which is this level of support down there at 1.75. So if we do clear 1.78 more or less, I would expect Pound AUD to go a lot further. So sells would look good below this level, in my opinion. You can see very key level as well, big level of support, and then as resistance as well. So if we clear that, we're coming back into this range here between that resistance 1.78 and 1.75, and then I'll expect us to get that third lower high. So we've got the first, second and third, and probably just see a swing back down to this level here. So if you are looking at shorts for Pound AUD, I would say wait for us to see if we can get below 1.78, which is this level here, and if we do, it becomes very nice range to trade from. Retest low high somewhere, you know, we should see price, well, not should, but most likely we'll see price come back down to 1.75. However, if we do respect the level, we could just form another higher low and prices fluctuate inside the range like it's done over there previously. So it depends what we do here will determine my bias going forward for Pound AUD. Right now it's a bit too early to say strong momentum into the level, but yeah, it's a bit too early to say if we're going to hold or break through. So that's what I'm looking at going ahead. ADC Chef, of course, Anus will take a look, no problem. Shiny P, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Good morning, good morning. The Kingdom Gal, best moments. Hey, how are you doing? Hope you are doing well. Any page you're looking at, feel free to leave it down in the chat. But yeah, we'll take a look at ADC Chef, no problemo. So yeah, this one's been ranging like crazy, up, down, up, down. So again, if you are looking to trade range, this is a very, very good market to trade. Market rebounding support multiple times and obviously rebounding resistance. I would say with this one's a little bit difficult to find a definite level of resistance because it's kind of moving lower each time. So you've got the high up there, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. So the market has been slowly moving down in steps to the downside, but more or less every single time we see a rally, the market comes straight back down. However, this time we're coming back into the resistance here. So if we see the market break through this level, it might be the sign that the market actually wants to push back to these highs, because we can see the theme of the market. Every time we rally, we come straight back down, but we always are creating a lower high. That high there, we got that lower high, it's lower than that high, lower than the previous high, lower, lower, just about lower, as you can see, lower again. But this time we're actually breaking through the high, so the pattern is slightly changing. And definitely if we do see a 4H candle closure above that, it might be the sign that the market actually is just respecting this low here. It might be time to go and retest that higher resistance up there around the 0.644 level up here. So ADC Chef, I would say short still look good because we could still pull back underneath and just see another push right back down and just continue with that theme. But if we do see a 4H candle close above this level, it could be start of a breakout. So break and retest will look good, and buys back up into 0.64. 400 look very, very good indeed. But overall, ADCGF is kind of like a big range. We do have the higher time frames which are bearish, as we can see, but right now that bearish momentum is kind of depleted. So shorts do look good, but again, wouldn't push it too far. Longs look good as well, but again, wouldn't push it too far. It's just a big ranging market at this point. So yeah, if you clear those highs there at 1.639, buys back up to 0.644 look good. But yeah, I would say wait for that 4H candle to close, because we could wick up, pull back down, and just be a bit of a fake out. So that is definitely a possibility. But right now, ADCGF is looking pretty bullish. Let me know what you are looking for. US 30 and Euro USD, of course, we'll take a look. Roland, welcome to the stream. Hope you are doing good. Razid, welcome to the stream. Hope you are doing good. Hello. Hope everyone is well. Yeah, we'll take a look at US 30 and Euro USD. No problem. Okay, so US 30, we rallied to the upside last week. Seen some downside now, but the market has just about pinched those highs there, as you can see from my crosshair. Let me actually make my cross a little bit darker. So as you can see with the crosshairs, just about pinch those highs. So again, it's nothing too crazy, but it's a sign that the market could be looking to potentially go further. I would say we need a stronger break of structure. Technically, price has broken the structure, but you know, the markets are not perfect. So I want price to really rally through this level to tell me that, okay, yeah, we are definitely reversing, because we still do have these lower highs, which are, giving us some really crazy down moves. And we've come up into this high, we've sort of broken through it. We have obviously come back underneath, but I want price to really break through to show me that, okay, the trend is now changing. And then, from a high time frame perspective, we could be looking at price coming back to those highs up there. But for me, it's still a little bit too early. So on the 4H time frame, daily time frame, we got a couple key levels I'm looking at. A really strong level of resistance here, resistance there, support there as well. We might well see another drive back down to this level, and then maybe price goes bullish, or we could drive back into this level, break through, and that could be the start of a bigger down move if the market does want to continue this higher time frame downtrend. So that's the kind of key levels I'm focusing on, the prior high and this level here as well. Right now in the 4H time frame, we're kind of coming into an area where the buyers are trying to push it higher, but the sellers are still trying to see price can come lower. The reason I say that is because we're coming into this area here with all those wicks. Nice strong bearish move into that level. we might see the market pop to the upside again as well. So for me, if you are looking just to play with the market and just ride the trend, which is currently still bullish despite where we're trading, I would say wait to see if we can see some signs of reversal on the hourly. Looks like potentially could be forming a bit of a double bottom here. So if you can snap through that neckline there, buys above that would look good. Something like this, break above that. So obviously break above that, retest it, and then the buys will look very good after that. Because right now the market is displaying a lot of bearish momentum, and we could still see another drive to the downside. So I wouldn't risk jumping in straight away, but nonetheless we are testing a nice level. So if we do clear that resistance, we could see the market just continue the 4H time frame trend, which we're still in, and probably push back to 34,200. So US 30, the way I see it, temporary buys look good back up into those highs. If the market doesn't have a bigger reversal, I want to see us get back below 33,400. But at the moment, for me, US 30 is still bullish. So I wouldn't buy just yet. I'd wait for that high there to break, and then wait for the retest to go long. So looking good there for US 30. Let me know if that resonates with you. Euro USD will take a look as well. Hey Cami, welcome to the stream. Morning. Hope everyone is doing good. Can I do USD CAD? Sure, we'll take a look. No problem. Kevin, welcome to the stream. Seth7, welcome to the stream. Hope everyone's doing well. I'm looking to sell ADC Chef, but no confirmations for the moment. Looking to sell ADJ also if it retests the range and gives me a confirmation. Nice, I'll take a look at that as well. I mean, I'm still looking to sell the JPY pairs. Euro Yen I'm looking to sell. Pound Yen I'm looking to sell. So that support, I'll go through those pairs in a second as well. But yeah, the JPY pairs do look good for some sales. Not all of them, but a lot of them do. Of course, we did see a lot of downside at the start of the week as well. But Euro USD. Okay, so for Euro USD, we did see some crazy movement for this one at the start of the week. Big move up, followed by a big move right back down. So basically, it raised itself. We gapped down. Market was rallying. We respected the highs, came straight back down. So the move was more or less pointless. But obviously, a lot of people be buying into this. So catching people on the wrong side. So pointless, but not pointless at the end of the day. But yeah, Euro USD, like I said, if you haven't checked out my weekly analysis, go ahead and check that out. But I was talking about these highs up here because I'm looking to see if we can potentially form a bit of a double top for Euro USD and start to see some downside. We respect the highs just before we close for the week. Now we come back again and respect the highs again. So overall, Euro USD is still very much a bullish market here on the 4H time frame, but it could be finding a bit of a ceiling that it could be starting to trend to the downside a little bit from. And I did say if we clear the highs there, that's when I'll start looking for buys again for Euro. But my main interest for Euro USD has been this key level here on the daily time frame. So you can see very powerful level support there, big drives to the upside, and also a really big drive to the downside from that same level. And right now, Euro USD is kind of messing around at that level. It's kind of holding on to it / breaking through. It's not very clear what Euro USD is doing right now. Overall, kind of stalling at the level, which does make sense, but it's not very clear, retest of a level. We have closed above and closed back below, and now we're just trading in the zone. So it's not particularly clear Euro USD, so I'm kind of backing off at the moment. Overall, however, if we can hold this as resistance here, I do expect to see some downside for Euro USD, maybe back down to this level here. They might find support to rally again potentially, or we might even see some downside just to this low, and then we might rally, who knows. But more or less, key level, market's giving us a lot of wicks above here, so it's struggling to break through. So if the 4H time frame can tidy up, I will look to go short in Euro USD, and I'd say if we can get a break underneath this low, I'll be I'll be interested to take some shorts for Euro. So below this support here at 1.03400, if you can clear that, I'll look to sell Euro USD back down to these lows. If not, and Euro USD takes out these highs, then most likely that daily level resistance is not holding, and then that means probably the trend is just going to continue higher. So buys above, break and retest will look very good indeed. But right now I'm looking at some sells. Hey, thank you so much, Edwin, for subscribing. But yeah, guys, if you are enjoying the channel, the stream, please be sure to subscribe and drop a like if you haven't done it already. It does really help out the channel. So yeah, thank you guys, I appreciate it. But yeah, if you can break below that support, that would be fantastic, and then sells back down. Again, selling into the support is a little bit dodgy since where we're trading on the daily, and also the fact that we are holding that support quite firmly as well. You know, we had all this bearish momentum, but completely just stopped when we came into that support level. So if that can snap, that will tell us the sellers are back involved, and then most likely we'll end up right back down here. And then if we can break through that, maybe even further as well, back down to this level, which we broke through with no retest. So we might see the market come back and revisit those areas, but we're thinking a bit into the future there. So yeah, Euro USD, I'm looking at shorts. Right now the market's still bullish, so if you're on the lower time frames, probably buys you a best bet. But since where we're trading on the daily time frame, I'm looking at sells underneath that level, but nothing quite confirmed just yet. So we'll be staying patient for that. So hopefully that made sense. I'll take a look at ADJPY and some of the JPY pairs as well. Pound USD, of course, success, yeah. Success, Christopher. I'll take a look. Pound USD, Euro Yen and Pound Yen, of course. So yeah, I'll go through the JPY pairs as well because I'm looking at them quite closely. Pound USD first though. Okay, so Pound USD as well. This one's still just trending to the upside. I mean, it's a pretty clear uptrend. You can see Euro is kind of messing around a little bit, but Pound, you can see there's a clear uptrend there to be had. Looks like the market's come back and retesting some key prior resistance, which was that price swing high as support. So if you're looking to trade Pound USD, buys you your best bet. I'm kind of holding back a little bit from buying Pound USD at the moment. Reason being, we're coming into this key area here, which was, you know, kind of our last major lower high after this pullback, which gave us this drive to the downside. So on the daily time frame, this is a lower high area where we could see the market, you know, start trending to the downside again. So, you know, as a swing trader, intra-week trader, I'm not really trying to buy into that. I'd rather be looking for sells when I can get some break of structure. Of course, on the lower time frames, you know, you can grab, you know, easily 50, 60 pips to the upside here. I mean, there's a lot of pips at the moment. But even if I just measure, you know, that bearish candle there, that bearish candle alone is 70 pips. So there is a lot of pips around about now. So you could easily find that with a nice buy to the upside in like the 15-minute or even lower. But as a swing trader, I'm looking for that break of structure for price to start going bearish again, respect that lower high, and then we can start seeing a bit of a downtrend, or just go and break through that high altogether and then give us a bit of a bigger reversal as well. So I'm looking at that from both ways. But currently right now, you can see the structure of the market, very clear, higher highs and higher lows. So coming back into the prior high, your best bet is looking to go long. Like I said, I wouldn't push it too far. Coming back into these areas up here, you know, I'll start to take some profit just in case we do come back down and start to see that break of structure to the downside. So buys right now for Pound USD look good, but again, I would be wary of those highs. Same thing for Euro USD as well. You know, buys at the moment look good. We're still holding the support, but be wary of this level here because we could respect it again and come back down. But yeah, Euro, Pound, I'm waiting for those sells, which currently aren't really here. But yeah, on the JPY pairs, so I'll start with Euro Yen. So Euro JPY, this one was a little bit awkward for me. I was looking at some sells yesterday. It was looking very, very tasty actually, Euro JPY for some sells yesterday. However, I didn't manage to get the sells that I was looking for. We had this key level here. You can see resistance there, resistance, support, support, support. So I was waiting for us to snap through this because we were making consistent lower highs. As you can see, so it gives us the picture that, you know, if the market does want to rally and just see a continuation of the bullish trend on the higher time frames, because the market is still technically bullish, if the market is going to rally and see some new highs, you would expect the market to go and break through these highs. You know, we wouldn't consistently keep making lower highs. It's a sign that the market is weakening, tiring, and could be looking either to reverse or have a deeper correction, which, well, to be fair, I'm not too sure which one we're doing. We'll find out in hindsight, but the market with these lower highs, most likely, 70-80% of the time is going to break through the support rather than rally up against that, unless we had some type of fundamentals come out or something. So yeah, we're breaking through that. Yesterday I was looking for the retest after we had this push to the upside. I was looking for the retest of that. It looked like we just had a bit of a fake out really. We just rally straight through the level, rally straight back down, kind of a bit with a whipsaw action there. So threw me off a little bit. And now it looks like the market is comfortably trading back below. So I'm looking to see if I can get another test of this level to short back down. And targets for me, I'm looking at push into this area here. I'm going to be wary of this wick there, which lines up kind of with this area here as well, around 142. But Euro JPY for me, sales look very, very good indeed. I wouldn't sell down here because it's just coming into this area and it's right down at the lows. I want to get price close to the resistance before I look to sell. But yeah, Euro Yen for me, consistent lower highs. Could argue again that this is another lower high as well. So it paints the picture really that the market is ever so slowly starting to either reverse or have a bigger correction, maybe like it did over there. And yeah, key support 141, great target. Also 142,500, where that wick meets that kind of area there on the left. That's also a valuable target as well, which we could come into like so, rebound, pull back, and then dump. So keep an eye on that. But yeah, Euro Yen looking at sells, Pound Yen something similar as well. Again, the market is still failing to continue high. We've got the highs over there. Market dumps the downside, equal lows here, lower high, broke through structure, lower low. Now the market is respecting that prior high, again giving us another lower high, and now is slowly rolling to the downside. So again, we've got a key support level. I'm waiting to see if we can snap through. I'm not really willing to buy from here. I do think maybe you might see some nice buys, but I'm looking to see if we can get underneath this level and then sell off again, back down into this wick low here, and then maybe if we're lucky, back down into this area here at 165,500. So I'm looking to see if we can break through 165,432, nice clean sells into that prior low, 163. And then we got 165,500 back down there. If the market was going to go bullish, I was expecting a break of that resistance. We never got it. I was actually going to look to see if I can get some buys for Pound Yen above that resistance, break and retest, and then some buys into 172. However, that never happened. Market came straight back down. So if you can clear those lows, probably see a breakout to the downside. So that's my thinking there with Pound Yen, and very, very similar to Euro Yen as well. Both breaking out a key support and expecting a bit of a bit more downside essentially. So yeah, that's Euro Yen, Pound Yen. I'm also looking at AUD/JPY as well. I was looking at USD/JPY, looking a bit of a CAD, so I'll go over those pairs as well. Again, I'm not looking to trade all of them because they're all doing the same thing really. We're either going to see a lot of yen strength or a lot of yen weakness. The pairs will either rally or they'll fall. There's no real point looking to trade all the JPY pairs because they do the same thing essentially, maybe at different paces, depending on the currency strength that they're paired with. But yeah, I'll just see whichever one gives me the best opportunity, and that pair as well I'll trade. Okay, so no problem much. Happy to help. Thanks for the content. The past month, my trading has become more consistent and profitable from watching your videos. Great to hear, man. Or women. Great to hear. I mean, that's the whole point of the content. So the fact that it's helping you out, means I'm doing a good job. So that's music to my ears. I'm glad to hear. I mean, to be fair, I've had a lot of messages on YouTube and Instagram that the videos and the streams as well is helping out people's trading. So that is good to hear. That is very, very good to hear. And again, the thing with trading is just keeping it simple. Keep it simple. It can be complicated if you want it to, but if you want longevity, you want something that you can understand to some degree. Wake up in the morning, you know exactly what you're doing. And that's how I keep my trading as well. Simple, but it's calculated and precise. Okay, so yeah, Anis, you said you were looking at sells on ADJPY as well. Yeah, this one does look good. I do agree. I prefer Euro Yen and Pound Yen because ADJPY for me has been a very, very big mess. I mean, this is arguably a range in itself. So I do prefer the Euro Yen and Pound Yen because they do have a little bit more of a trend to it, even though they're choppy to some extent as well. But it's the same principle again. You can see on the 4H time frame, the consistent lower highs the market's been placing. Again, I actually did trade AUDJPY over here, which resulted in a partial loss. And for me, I just got into the trade too early because you can see it eventually did work out. But yeah, again, the market's like Euro Yen, consistent with the lower highs. We're trying to rally to the upside. Every time we try to rally, we fail. Key support, market's finally broken through that. Looks like we're getting a retest, of the level right now. I mean, potentially you could draw the level there as well, but to me, it's more of a bigger zone than that. I mean, I understand that is a strong support too because we've tested it 3 times, but I'd probably give it a bit more of an average of this zone here alone because I'm going to factor in these wicks, even these wicks here as well, that test, these 3 tests. So I'm looking at a larger zone, which is not always the best thing to do, having a big zone of support and resistance. You want to keep your zones as specific as you can get them because it makes it easier to trade and you can get more precise entries and more precise stop losses. But sometimes you do have to factor in, a little bit more data. So I would have it from 92, 900, 980 to 93, 300. So roughly from that area there. And if you can hold this level, I would expect us to see another downside move. Obvious targets, probably back down to these lows here. Again, I would be a little bit careful coming back into the recent support level here as well. So I'd say that is a respectable area to take some profit out and maybe look to take some partials or maybe manage the trade just in case we form a little bit of a range here, get stuck underneath and maybe eventually break to the upside, who knows. But coming back into this low is definitely an area that you want to consider looking to manage the trade. And then if you can see a snap of those lows, then most likely you'll come back down into this area around 91,500-ish. So that's what I'm looking at for ADJPY. That's what I'm looking at. Again, still coming to the same idea of sells for the yen pairs. That's all I can see at the moment. Again, if structure changes, I'll happily change my bias to bullish. But for the short term, sells are the best bet. So yeah, Anus, that ADJPY does look good. No problem, Kevin. Happy to help. Dev, morning. Welcome to the stream. Hope you are doing good. Paul, I'm not sure what you're talking about there, bro. Caught a nice short this morning on the 50-minute on pound USD. Short at 1.2049. Hopefully looking for further push down. Yeah, I'm looking at pound USD coming to the downside as well. I'm looking to sell. Well, I actually prefer Euro USD, but it's kind of a similar analysis. So yeah, pound USD right now. We have seen some corrective move to the downsides at support, so I'm not looking to sell just yet. I want to see price give me some more bearish structure before I lean into looking to sell. Excuse me, for this one. But yeah, nice trade. I see that the entries 1.2049, basically where my mouse is. TP at 1.98. So back down. Oh, really nice trade. Right back down into the low of the support. Hopefully looking for further push down to 1.194. So is that down this low? I presume, yeah, something around there. So yeah, nice little trade there. I was about to call you pound USD. Nice little trade there, Dev. I mean, momentum could continue, but like I said, we do have that price swing high. So if it does pick up steam, that's probably why. If it does pick up steam to the upside. But I do like it because obviously on the 50-minute, we do have a bit of a bearish trend here. As you can see, the lower lows and lower highs, nice rally to the upside yesterday, big dump to the downside there, and the market's pulled back up again. So potentially from the 50-minute, if this trend does continue, snap through those lows, get underneath the 4H zone, could see the market go a lot further. Again, for Euro USD, I'm looking at something similar as well to see if you can get underneath that level, and I'm looking at shorts back down into that low there too. But nice trade, Dev. Do you normally trade the 50-minute time frame then? Euro CAD, I've just gone long. Okay. We'll have a little look. See Euro CAD, there we are. Okay, so Euro CAD, you've just gone long. Interesting. Okay, so Euro CAD is definitely extremely bullish. Okay, we haven't come into that level yet. Okay, so yeah, Euro CAD definitely extremely bullish, still kind of trending to the upside. Huge down move to the downside yesterday. I do like this wick here. I do like this wick. Market tried to rally to the downside, failed, and had a very, very aggressive pullback up. So I do like that a lot. We've been seeing a nice break and retest recently. Broke through that, retested, continue. Now we've just broken through these highs, potentially retested to continue again. Yeah, it does look good. It does look good for EuroCAD. I do have to say though, this is an important area. Reason being, we've got a strong rally to the upside, followed by consolidation and strong dump back down again. So the only kind of resistance in the market is this level here. So if you can clear that, we should see the market potentially come all the way back to these highs. But if we don't clear this, let me just clean up a little bit. If we don't clear this, then we could actually see the market roll straight back over. So this is an important area because there is no kind of key level there or area. Even the 50-minute time frame, there's a few wicks here and there, but nothing of real importance. So the price action here is a little bit empty. So if we do snap through this resistance, you could be seeing a move all the way back to those highs. But at the same time, if we don't, it might actually be the catalyst for the market to dump back down into support again. So keep an eye on this resistance here, because I feel like that'll probably make or break the trade. If we can break above this, then longs do look very, very good, and I'll expect us to head up there. Again, I'm not so sure where your targets are or how far you're looking to push the trade. But EuroCAD is definitely bullish on the higher time frame, so that is definitely acting as a confluence to you. But yeah, like I said, I'm not too sure what your targets are. If they're up there, it does make sense, but I would watch out for 1.39600 because we could be seeing some friction in and around that area, to be honest. But nonetheless, looking good. Obviously, just trade your plans, see the trade through, and yeah, hopefully we can see a push back to those highs. But I do like the wick there as well. Big fake to the downside. Oh shit, my elbow. Big fake to the downside, so it does look good to find some strength to continue. Yeah, use 1 out of them trend of the market and 50-minute, 5-minute. Okay, so similar to me then as well. I use the 4x time frame primarily for trend and looking for my areas, and then I use the hourly to enter. So you just couple time frames below me, but nice. I like it, Dev. I like it. Euro USD, of course, we'll take a look as well. First TP 1.40716. 1.40716. Which one's that? Oh, okay, EuroCAD. I was lost there for a second. 1.4016. Okay, so yeah, we could potentially come. I mean, if we clear that, I feel like price would probably go there anyway. But yeah, I'll just say be careful of that level though. I mean, I expect you're probably looking to eventually target back at those highs, which obviously does make sense. Trend is still bullish. You know, if we do see that continuation, most likely we'll get up to those highs anyway. But yeah, that is definitely the obstacle to break. But yeah, for Euro USD, like I said, for this one, I am looking at sales, but just nothing there at the moment. Still very, very choppy for me. And I just need to see that break of structure. I need to see price break through that support, and then I'll start leaning into the sales. Reason being, Euro USD for me is trading at a very key price range, and I'm interested to see what we do, whether we break through or we respect the level. I'm not really too bothered to be honest with what we do, because I know I can trade in both directions. But nonetheless, we're at a key area. You can see we had some key rallies to the upside, some strong rallies, also some very strong falls. So if we break above this, we could see the market find a lot of steam, potentially back into this type of area here, that resistance there around 1.06. So if you do stay above this, could be looking at a nice push up into that high. So if you can break through this 4H resistance there, 1.06 is the target I'll have in mind for the buys. If we don't clear that, if we don't clear the resistance and we end up respecting this level, then I'm looking at price rolling back over into that level of support, and then probably back down into these areas here, maybe even into that low there, which is not too far away too. So yeah, for me, Euro USD sells look very good. But I need to see price get underneath that level. At the moment in time, we are not doing that. So to be honest, the sells look good and the buys look good as well above this high. I'll be interested to buy the market above that high into 1.06. At the moment for me, Euro USD in kind of in no man's land. It's a little bit choppy. On the low time frames, I would say buys do look good, like the 15-minute, take advantage of the momentum that's currently in the market, which is still bullish. So on the 15-minute, the buys do make a lot of sense. But I do want to see that break there to short. If I don't see the break, then I'm just going to stay away from Euro USD whilst we're in this area. I just want to see the market clear the highs or either clear the lows, and then I'll be happy to trade it. But at the moment, it's just a little bit unclear for me. So I'm staying back, but yeah, we are trading at key level. So I just need to see what price does. And that will tell me which way I need to go, or I should be trading in at least. But I'm also looking at something very similar for AUD/USD as well. We've got a key level running through the market here. So that price swing low hit 0.67. So you can see that really nice rally to the upside. Giving some highs up there. Rally broke straight through the level. Now we're kind of dancing at the level again. So price is trying to make its mind up. Are we breaking through? Are we respecting the level? Difficult to tell. Again, when price actions like this, don't try and force it. Wait for the clarity. And then start to trade, and if it doesn't come, just move on. So yeah, nothing really here just yet. We're kind of bouncing around at the level. We could still clear the highs, go bullish above this level. We can still clear the lows and go bearish. But right now, I kind of got a bit of consolidation there. So AU, again, I'm waiting for things to clear up here for this one. But I'm looking to see if we can form that double top here, snap the neckline, and see if we can get a big drop to the downside. But at the moment, a little bit too early to be saying that. So staying patient with AU, but undecided. And again, very similar to Euro USD. Key level, kind of dancing around at the level. Difficult to make out what price is actually doing. So reluctant to trade at the moment. But for both of them, they're both dollar pairs. They're both probably rally to the upside or both fall. We just need to wait for the clarity to actually trade the direction we're expecting price to go in, which is not clear right now. So hopefully that made sense. Hey Popcorn, welcome to the stream. Kindly check US30 and gold, of course, no problem. So yeah, US30 we were looking at earlier today. Or early in the stream at least. So yeah, US30, we're coming into the price swing high. So you can see the high time frames consistent with the lower highs, and we're back at that prior high down the left. So we could potentially roll over from here and collapse, but I'm not going to look into that just yet. I want to see price break underneath this level, and then I'll start looking for the big collapse. Right now, I'm just going to stay focused with the current market trend, which is still pretty bullish, as you can see. So right now with US30, we're coming back down into a key support. Well, it was resistance, now support. We did rally through this, lot momentum. We're retesting it again right now. So looking like potentially we could be forming a bit of a double bottom here. We form support, kind of Asian session, come back, London respecting that low so far. So if you can snap above that, see the double bottom, break the neckline, get the retest, I do think longs will look good, maybe like a 30 or 15 minute on the retest of that level, or even now if you want to. But for me, US30 currently still bullish, so I'm going to keep pushing the bullish narrative, the bullish direction, until we see a clean break of structure and we see price clear back underneath that level in the higher time frames, and that could be the catalyst for a big move back down again. still in line with the higher time frame trend. So this move is still alive potentially, but it's just a little bit too early to call. So I want to see price get below that, then I'll be heavy on the sales for US30. But right now I'm just going to be focused on this bullish trend here, as we can see with the higher highs and higher lows. We can potentially be forming another one here as well. But first, I would say wait for us to clear the resistance there. Reason being is because we've got all this momentum that could just be correcting itself for another down move as well. So if you do break above and retest, most likely price will rally to the upside. So you can increase the probability of your entry just by waiting for the resistance to break. So that's what I'm looking at for US30. Buys above 33,940 and targets, basically back to highs 34,200, back to this area here. You can decide how far you want to push the trade and which target you're looking at, but essentially back to highs. Okay, so Euro USD, no, gold, haven't looked at gold yet. So gold's been a little bit up and down. Excuse the pun, it has been up and down. So yeah, I have kind of not really looked too much at gold, to be fair, since the weekend. I'm kind of waiting for a little bit more information before I trade gold. There's other pairs that look a lot clearer, a lot cleaner, make a lot more sense to me than gold, so haven't really been looking at it much. But despite that, I'm still looking at my kind of key range here at 1780 to 1700. So key support there, a lot of rejection right now, and key support down here. If it was successful with the rejection, I expect gold to come back down into this level and retest 1700. So we've got a clear kind of move mapped out for gold. In terms of actually trading it, yeah, it's a little bit difficult because market did form some nice support here last week with that double bottom, right to the upside. Now it's kind of just forming lower highs and higher lows, so it's kind of squeezing a little bit like this. And I don't really like patterns like this where the market's creating lower highs and higher lows together and kind of squeezing in a bit of a triangle formation. I do not like price action like that. I just tend to stay away because a big part of my trading, yes, support and resistance, but it's also market structure. And if you got lower highs and higher lows coming together, there's no there's no like actual advantage to using market structure because price is just coming together. So there's no clear direction. There's no, forget the word. I think you know what I mean. There's no like bias to it because the market is just doing both at the same time. So when it's doing this, technically I call it a bit of a range and I kind of stay away. I would be interested if we were to rally back to the highs though, then I would be keen on a move back down again. So if you were to rally back into 1680-ish, roundabout coming into these highs there, I will be keen to sell from that because then we kind of broke out this range, test the high, and potentially could sell off back down again. So a move like that would definitely interest me for gold. But at the moment in this area here, it's difficult to say what the next move will be for gold. So I am staying away until I get some more information so I can have a better judgment. But at the moment in time, I'm still bearish because we're below 1780. So I'm looking at a move back down to 1700. But I'm hoping we can get a rally into 1780 first, and then I'll look for some shorts in and around that area. I probably won't target 1700 outright. Again, if I do get shorts up there, I'll probably just take it back down to this area, exit the trade, look to see if we can continue, get into a second trade, and then continue that trend back down again, rather than trying to be greedy and do it in one go. But yeah, gold not clear for me, so I'm staying away for now. But yeah, I'm looking for a rally to 1780, and then I'll consider looking to short. It's got a fly into my face. Is we expected more correction on the Dow? Okay, we'll take a look. Please like the support because valuable content. Much appreciated. March 67 here. Let's aim for 60. Yeah, guys, if you are enjoying the content, please be sure to leave a like. If you are enjoying it, if you haven't done already, subscribe as well if you haven't done already. It does really help out the channel. And yeah, please hit subscribe. Okay, so I'll look at the Dow. Which one's the Dow again? Is the Dow... I mean, I'm just typing up, to be fair. I forget which one it is. Oh, is it US 30? Oh, okay. So yeah, I was looking at US 30 earlier because I always get the US 100 and US 30 mixed up, thinking one's each other. So I mean, I'll look at US 100 as well because we haven't actually looked at US 100 as well, and I'll look at S&P too. But yeah, for this one, I'm looking at some upside. I mean, it depends. What direction are the correction you're looking at? Are you looking for the market to correct to the downside and continue down, or correct up? Because we can correct in both ways. But certainly right now the market is technically correcting with the sideways move. I'm looking for an upside move, as you can see by the arrows there. But I would wait for that level to break there. So if you can retest that level, that'd be good, 33,900, and then we can see a move back to 34. But yeah, we've seen the market kind of bleed to the downside, so it's been very, very bearish, and now we're seeing just purely sideways movement. So we could easily see downside move, correction to the sideways, and then another downside move, which is why I would avoid looking to buy down here, and I'll wait for the market to clear that resistance first before looking to buy, because overall right now we're still on the uptrend here on the 4H, and we're coming into a key level here where I do think we can find support to rally again. But if the market does break through, then yeah, we'll most likely be coming back down to 33,500, 33,400. But yeah, if we do get a clear of that resistance, I am going to be looking for some buys, or at least expect the market to go higher on the retest of that level. But at the moment, it's just sideways. So yes, we're seeing a correction as to which way we're going to move. It's up to the market, but if you can clear the resistance there, the buys do make a lot of sense. Maybe like the 15-30 minute to refine that entry does look good in my opinion. So if that made sense. Looking to long USDC CHF soon. Okay, waiting for price to retest and come back around 0.95. Okay, we'll take a look at USDC CHF. Before looking too long, TP set through this potential move similar for CAD CHF as well. Okay, we'll take a look at CAD. No problem, popcorn. Also, kindly check USDJPY, of course. No need to stress. USDJPY will be on the list. First, let me take a look at USDC CHF and CAD Swiss. Okay, so what do you say? 0.94, 740, 740, around there-ish. Looking long, before looking to go long for TV set at 0.95236. Okay, around there. Oh, I didn't write it in. Okay, so let me get into the smaller time frames. So around there-ish. Okay, so yeah, with USDC CHF, we've seen a huge kind of tank. The market is respecting the low, so I do like that a lot. If I was to look at the hourly time frame, we are taking out some highs here. So the market formed a high, we broke through that new higher high up there, new higher lows as well. So I do like that as well. I mean, I will be careful because we are seeing a lot of bearish momentum still, and the fact that we had a strong impulsive move here as well means that the bears, they haven't disappeared completely, even despite hanging on to these lows. So the longs look good. But I would be careful, especially move back to those highs. If you can see retracement back to that level, so something like this, because that would make a lot of sense, but we well could do something like that. So I would say, look at that level maybe being a target to secure some gains at, or of course follow your plan and do what you need to do. But if I was looking to trade this, that would definitely be a level I would consider taking some profit at, or being careful if we start heavily rejecting it. But yeah, if we do break through that, then you would expect price to naturally come back to the highs up there. Yeah, for UCHF, not a bad trade because I do like the higher highs and higher lows there. We are breaking some structure, but the higher time frames still are seeing a little bit of momentum to the downside. So if you start rejecting those levels, I would expect the bears to step back in. But from a 15-minute point of view, it does look good. Buys down here do make sense. So yeah, not a bad opportunity there. Nice little trade. We'll be aware of that resistance, but it does look good. Okay, so CAD CHF I'll take a look as well, and I'll move on to USJPY. I can never catch you live. Are we live now? What do you mean? Yeah, we're live. You're on a live stream. Yeah, we're live. Hello, Kerry. Fab GG. Hello, hi. Welcome to the stream. What is your view to trade Forex in December? Some people say it's not healthy. What's your point of view? Yeah, I'll disagree with that. It's not healthy. I mean, to be fair, it's up to people. Like, if you don't want to trade December, then don't trade December. I mean, that's completely up to you. I mean, I've traded the last 3 Decembers, and been perfectly fine. I don't trade the week between Christmas and New Year's, so that kind of 7-day period. So from 25th December to the 1st of January, typically, a lot of people are out of the market, so it's typically quite dry, and noticeably dry as well during that period. And I'm obviously with family as well, so yeah, I don't normally trade that period there. So 1 week in December, I probably will skip and not trade. But yeah, the rest of December, yeah, 100%, I look to trade. Yes, there are some people off, but it's similar to summer as well. Summer, you do see some dry periods in the summer, similar to that coming up to Christmas, you'll see some dry periods. But if there's no opportunities, don't trade. If there's opportunities that fit your plan, trade. I mean, I've back tested through multiple years during December, every single month of the year, and the results are all fairly consistent. They fluctuate, but they're all fairly consistent. So yeah, I don't understand it not being healthy to trade December. Of course, if you don't want to, then don't, but no one's forcing you. But yeah, I'll be trading December, unless I'm busy, of course. But yeah, I'll be trading it. No problem. Hey Ross, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? I'm good. Check your posted setups on Telegram. Any of them interest you? Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at them currently. I mean, I'll go through them in a second, but I do think I can get some nice setups from those bad boys this week. So I will fill you guys in. But first, let me take a look at CAD Swish. I was about to say CAD Swish, and USD JPY. Where is CAD? Okay, there we are. Okay, so you said you're looking for something similar on CAD CHF as well, longs, Dev. Okay, so yeah, CAD CHF has been incredibly bearish. We did kind of tank to the downside. I remember that very, very quickly, and we have obviously snapped through those lows as well. So it could be time for us to retrace. The fact that we've taken out such key lows in the market might mean that, okay, yeah, it's time for us to see some upside, especially with such a crazy down move there as well. So I wouldn't put it past CAD CHF looking to see some upside. So buys look good from that aspect, but obviously as a person who is who heavily invested in structure, we've got to wait, or at least I've got to wait to see structure take out some highs. That will indicate to me that, okay, the buyers are looking to step in, and we could be looking to go a lot higher from that, because we've already taken out these massive lows to the downside. Could be time to retrace, and if we do retrace, we could see a lot of upside, but I do want to see some highs taken out to first indicate to me that, okay, it's on board. So yeah, you can look to take buys in the 50-minute, but it's a little bit aggressive for me. I mean, the lower highs are still intact. You can see the lower highs are very, very consistent here on the 15-minute time frame, and this potentially could be one of them. So looking for buys down here, you might catch a move to the upside, but it might be short lasted. We might move up, form another lower high again, and then start to slowly work our way back down. So I would be careful of that, just because we don't have that structuring advantage like EuroCAD as well. So, and at least with USD we respect the lows, whereas this one we've been seeing new lows each time. You know, who's to stop us from forming another new low to the downside there as well? So yeah, CAD CHF, the buys do look good because of what we've done, but I'm waiting for some highs to be taken out first to give me the first indication that the buyers are stepping in, sellers are struggling to push price down, and then we can get in and get involved. But yeah, at the moment there's nothing there for me, at least. Obviously, do what you need to do, but I'll be waiting for some highs to be taken out first. Okay, so I'll take a look at USDJPY and then I'll go through my watch list. Do you think it's good to short pound yen after the retest of 165? Pound yen is on the watch list. I mean, so I'll go through that in a second. Popcorn TV. No problem, Kerry. Happy to help. Thank you. Appreciate what you do. No problem, Dev. Happy to help. Amran, Miko Aodu, USD, of course, Euro. We'll take a look too. Let me get through USDJPY first, and I'll go through my watch list for the week. Where is USDJPY? There you are. Okay, so USDJPY, I was looking at, I was actually debating putting this one in my watch list, but I decided not to. Not because it's not a good opportunity, just because it's already had a big tank. So I've been looking at the JPY pairs, and most of them look good for down moves, including USDJPY. The reason I didn't include this one in my watch list is because we already had a big sell-off for this one already, whereas the other JPY pairs are all kind of still at the highs, potentially getting ready for some sell-offs. So this one's already done a bulk of its moves, so I don't think there'll be too much juice left in it. I mean, we are still incredibly high up, so I could be proven wrong, but we've seen a lot of downside already, so I thought I'll give this one a rest. But we kind of opened up the week, did see some nice downside, nice pullback again during the second stages of yesterday. What second stages? The end of yesterday. I don't know why I said second stages. Towards the end of yesterday, nice pullback, almost coming back into that high there, big wick during the Asian, and then we were rolling over again. So sales for me look good with this one. Daily, I know is overall still bullish because we still got the higher highs and higher lows intact. But if we're going to focus on the immediate trend, which is still quite bullish, you know, the daily could still pull back anywhere within this range, because this is still the higher low. We can still pull back anywhere in this range, still go bullish. So, you know, if you want to get some trades in, you know, you're looking at sells until we start breaking structure, then we can start trading in line with the daily again. But right now, we are focusing on sells. My main level I was interested in was this price swing higher there as resistance, which you can see the market was using as resistance there again. So hence why I was looking to sell this pair, but I figured we might not see such a big move because we've already had a big dump. And yeah, kind of is right so far. The market did sell off a little bit, but now it's running out of juice. So yeah, for this one, sells do look good. We do have a bit of a wick here, which the market is respecting a little bit. So if you can clear this wick, we probably will come into maybe this kind of area here. My mouse is playing up a little bit. I think I need to change the batteries. So yeah, it looks like the market could come down into this level here, 137, and then maybe snap bullish from that. But we'll have to see. But at the moment in time, full H, hourly is lining up bearish. So if you can see now the drive back up into this area here, I would say sales look good at 139. And again, another push to the downside, and just keep with that theme of lower high and lower low until maybe we snap bullish or we bleed to the downside. But all I can see right now is sells. I wouldn't look for buys. If you do get above this, then yeah, I want to entertain some buys, but only if we get above 139. But at the moment, sells are your best bet for this one. And again, I wouldn't sell here. Wait for an up move, maybe a nice little double top to form, and we might sell off from that. So yeah, pull back and then sell. But yeah, wait for us to stay below 139. Above that, buys is probably what you're going to be focusing on. But yeah, so the pairs I'm looking at, so Euro Yen, looking at some sells for this guy. It was very, very messy. I was looking to sell it yesterday because we did see a nice dump to the downside. This is where we opened up. You can see that gap just about there. Nice push to the downside. So I was looking for us to return into this area, looking for us to sell, come back down again. Had a bit of a fake move there, so it was looking very messy yesterday. Big candle up, big candle back down. And for me, I'm just kind of interpreting that as a big fake move. So I'm looking to see if the market can come one more time, retest it, and then roll over to the downside. And again, looking at the same thing that I was kind of pointing at in the group, looking at a move back down into this wick low here as the first kind of target, then back down to 141 is where I'm looking at putting my overall targets for, because we have consistent lower highs here. Market's trying to rally, trying to find feet, trying to keep up with the higher time frames, but it's failing to do that. Right now, it's broken through a key level of resistance and support. See the two prior highs here of resistance, support. Now this key level here at 144 is resistance. So if I can see that I'm moving to that and I get my criteria, I'll be looking to short this thing. Back down to this wick level, 142, 500, then 141. I'm also looking at pound yen a lot now because we've seen a nice down move for this one. And again, I'm looking to sell pound yen too. I didn't put this in the watch list. I preferred euro yen, but if pound yen can give me something, I'll be happy to trade this one as well. Key support and actually resistance there as well too. If I just include that high on the left. So you can see this is a really key level here at 165, 500. Market's been dancing around this level multiple times. If we can get below this, we most likely will see a push back down to this low. So I'd be happy to sell on that retest, break and retest. Don't want to sell it into the level right now. And then potentially we'll probably see a move back down into here if we can clear the lows out as well, back down to 161. So the sells for me on pound yen look very, very good. I was actually looking to buy pound yen at the start of the week to see if we can break through 169, but we never did that. And now it looks like we're breaking through the support, well, attempting to break through the support at least. So if we can do that successfully, I'll be more than happy to catch a little break and retest and sell this bad boy back down into those lows there as well. So pound yen, euro yen, very, very similar opportunities, both looking at sells, both looking to break and retest support. Euro yen could be on its way already and might not catch the entry. Pound yen hasn't even broken yet, so I hope you can catch an entry for that one. So still looking at sales for pound yen. Hope that gave some help for the analysis of pound yen as well. For popcorn, you said you're looking to sell from 165.889. 165.889. Okay, so you're on the lower time frames. Let me go take a little look, see. For instance, I'm not looking to sell at these prices because of the level there, so that kind of rules out this kind of trade that you're talking about, but that's for me anyway. You might be on the lower time frames, but this 4H zone here, I'm not willing to sell into that, so I want price to break through 165, well, get below 165 more or less before I entertain sells. So personally for me, I wouldn't sell the trade you're talking about right now. 165.889. 889. So yeah, so that's lower time frame. So with the lower time frames, you don't really want to be regarding too much the higher time frames, because you do to some extent, but you just want to focus on one particular time frame, whether it's the hourly, the 4H, the daily, whatever. Just pick one time frame, because right now for me, I wouldn't sell that, but it doesn't mean that we can't see a down move. In fact, I actually want to see a down move because I want to see price break through this level to sell on the retest. So I actually expect price to break through, but as a person trading the 4H, it doesn't make sense for me to sell into 4H support. But on the 50-minute, it might do because we do have a nice trend here. You know, the market looks like it's having a nice successful break and retest of this low. So it does make sense in the 15-minute, but on the full H, it doesn't. So yeah, it does look good on the 50-minute. Obviously, I'll say be wary of the level that we are trading in. But despite that fact, if you are trading the 50-minute and that's your focus, then 100% it looks good. But that 4H zone is what I want to see broken first, and then I'll look to sell on the flip side. So hopefully that made sense for you. Okay, so yeah, pound yen shorts, euro yen shorts. I'm looking at pound AUD buys. I didn't get the pound AUD buys I was looking for at the start of the week. I was looking for some buys here at 1.78. We kind of gapped to the upside around here, flew to the upside, didn't quite test the target level, which was 1.81. I was looking for us to get to, came back down, and I was straight back in this level. So it's interesting for pound AUD because I've noticed we placed a third potentially lower high. So we've got first high up there, it's not a lower high, first high up there, second high, which is lower than that high. Now we've got a third high, which is lower than that high as well. So we've got consecutive lower highs here. So it's not painting a good picture for pound AUD, and it might mean we're actually starting to reverse back down. So if you clear 1.78, I'll look to shift my buys from bullish to bearish and actually look for sells back down to this level, because we've just got two really nicely knit levels and two really nice ranges here on pound AUD. We've got this range here from 1.81 to 1.78. So I was looking to play within that range, buy low, sell high sort of thing. We're coming into 1.78 now, so we'll see what price does. It's a little bit too early to say if we're rejecting or breaking through. Current price is still bearish. Need to wait for some candles to close. But if you do break through 1.78, then I'll be focusing on this range here and selling back down to 1.75. So it just depends what price does. If it breaks the level, sells back down to 1.75. If it holds, I'm looking for price to rally again, because we still do have this bullish trend here, but it could be looking at reversing. So yeah, that's what I'm focusing on pound AUD. To be fair, you know, on my, if you guys want to check me out on TradingView, I do have a link to my TradingView in the description. But pound AUD, you can see I was actually talking about going both ways at the start of the week, because if we did break underneath that level, I'd be more than happy to sell there, and same thing, if we hold the level, be more happy to buy. Obviously seen price gap to the upside, is coming back down now. Just depends what we do, but I'll be happy to sell into that level. Euro yen, like I said, looking for the break and retest there. Very, very messy, but it looks like the retest could be in place. So looking to see if we can come back down into those lows. And then, yeah, let me get into the other pairs that I was talking about first. USG, excuse me, my throat, very, very dry today. Excuse me. Okay, so where are we? USGY is building a huge bull flag. Zoom out, bro. Same time frames. It's only noise. Okay, I'll take a look at USGY again. Film shot. Remember the smart money open positions in the opposite direction. True. That's really great. Thanks a lot. No problem, popcorn. Happy to help. Wow, pound AD is teasing us. Yeah, it is big time. Pound AD is teasing us big time, because it's overall kind of a bit of a range. But yeah, if we snap through this low, I do think we could be coming back down to that low. And if we hold the low, you know, we're looking for buys again. So it just depends what we do there. But to be fair, it has been very up and down. It's not the cleanest trend. I mean, pound NZD, its cousin has been awful. I mean, what is that? That is horrendous. I mean, it ranged there, and now it's ranging again. I mean, to be fair, what it does mean is that we could see another move like this. This was about 800 pips, that move, and I think we could see maybe 500 pips into this low, because all the range is doing is just building up orders, building up price, that is getting ready for that big outburst, because price needs to charge up before it gives us that volume. You know, hence why we saw this really nice down move here, because it had all of this built up price action there, built up orders, then it finally gives way. Nice outburst to the downside. So most likely we're going to see that happen again here, and I expect us to drop to the downside for pound NZD. It just hasn't been very, very good to trade, that's all. But yeah, it's been crazy in there, but it just means that we're gonna have a big breakout probably, and we could look at pound AUD following that direction if we can snap through that low. But yeah, the other pairs I'm looking at, Euro Pound. I'm looking at some shorts for Euro Pound. It's still a bit too early to short Euro Pound for me at the moment, but I'm looking at Euro Pound eventually snapping through this low. I'm looking at us breaking through this low here. But first, Euro Pound might want to rally again to the upside. That is completely fine, because if it does that, that means I get a bit better risk reward anyway. So 0.87 I'm looking at sells from. So if you do want to push a little bit higher, be my guest. I'm also looking at sells from this level here as well. So if Euro Pound can see a nice drive into this area here for a double top, I'll be keen to sell at this high there. The wicks there, not a good sign. But if I can get another wick in the opposite direction, good sign. And then I'll look to sell from that double top area back down to the support. Or if you just rally straight through, I'll look for my lower high to develop around there and move back down into that level. And I eventually expect it to break. Probably won't break this week. Euro Pound is a choppy pair, but eventually I do expect it to break. It might even break this year. It might even wait to after New Year's to actually break through. Who knows? But my bias and my direction I'll be trading until it breaks is sells. Well, until it breaks, or at least it breaks through these highs, which I expect to be highly unlikely for us to break through those highs. Hence why I'm quite confident with the sells. I could be wrong, of course, but I expect us to eventually break through that. But like I said, we might rally higher first before we do that. So looking at shorts for Euro Pound, a little bit too early. But yeah, that is definitely a pair on my watch list. And Pound CHF, this pair's been a little bit up and down. It's funny when I say that, because that's all the markets do. They move up and down, like duh. But yeah, Pound CHF, it's not very, very clean. It was looking good yesterday, but I'm not really liking it anymore. I still do think if we can hold this level, we could see the market rally back to these highs up here, because basically, you know, we've got potentially a bit of a reversal. We've got the high on the left, higher low, high, potentially higher low, potentially new high. So I'm looking at us driving to the upside, but I do want us to stay above at 1.35, 1.315, and of course I'll look to go long back to those highs. But at the moment I do prefer the JPY pairs. They look a lot better to me. So yeah, those are the pairs I'm looking at. I do think we'll probably get a couple opportunities this week. I'm keeping an eye on Euro USD as well from sells underneath this level there. Pound yen, if you can break that level, fantastic. Euro yen, retest that level, fantastic. I do think we can start to see some potential sell-offs. I'll take a look at USJPY again for film shot. 90% watching live, but only 39 likes. I smashed the like. Yeah, come on, guys, smash the like button. Thank you, AK, for shouting it out. But yeah, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, please be sure to leave a like. It does really help out the stream. And thank you to the 39 people who have liked it as well. Much appreciated to you guys. Miko, hi, sorry I'm late. What do you think about Pound USD? Is retesting 1.21 on the monthly? Okay, yeah, we'll go and comment on that actually. Do you also give signals to live trader? Yes, well, not really signals, but well, technically signals, but I do share my personal setups on my Telegram. So if you do want to check that out, feel free to check it out. So I got a link in the description, or if you scroll to the top of the chat, I do have a link to the Telegram as well. So yeah, I do share my setups. If you want to take them as well, feel free. Yeah, I do share my setups there. Hi Ahmed, welcome to the stream. Hope you're good. Hi Miko, what is your view to trade in December? Didn't you already ask me this? Or am I getting deja vu from somewhere? Pretty sure you already asked me. I just said, yeah, I trade December. I've traded the last 3 Decembers perfectly fine. I'm still very healthy. So yeah, I'm not sure what people mean it's unhealthy to trade. I mean, if they don't want to trade, feel free, don't trade. But I'm not sure about it being unhealthy. I don't trade during December 25th to the 1st of Jan, because that week there typically are not a lot of people in the markets. you know, people taking time off from banks, retail traders, everything. So the markets do tend to dry up a little bit, or quite a lot actually, during that kind of week between Christmas Day, even like Boxing Day and stuff like that, till the 1st of Jan. So that week there, those 7 days, I will probably not trade. But all the other days, so 1st December to like 23rd, and then obviously 2nd of Jan onwards, I will be looking to trade. If I get setups, I get setups. If I don't, I don't. But yeah, of course I'll trade December. So I hope that answered your question. AJY will take a look as well. Hey, Toro, welcome to the stream. Can you take natural gas? Of course. Hi, THQ Trading. What do you think on gold? Okay, we'll take a look as well. Popcorn, check. WTI, of course. Crude oil, of course. Okay, bunch of requests. Let's get to it. So USJY will start with first, and then I'll take a look at pound USD and start going through those pairs. Okay, so USJPY, where are you? Okay, so you said zoom out, looking at a bigger correction. Film shot. USJPY building a huge bull flag. Zoom out, bro. Small time frame. It's all noise. Okay, so what time frame exactly are you talking about? You're talking about daily, so you're talking about this potentially being a bull flag here, like that. Potentially could be. I mean, like I said with USJPY, I said the market is still predominantly bullish. It's still very bullish, in fact. Still very, very bullish, in fact. You can see the higher highs and higher lows I've mapped out on the daily chart. High, low, high, potentially new low. So I understand 100% the market is still bullish. But currently on the 4H hourly, the market is bearish. So that's why I said that shorts look good for the short term. But if you start breaking structure to the upside, then that's when we can start looking to buy the market again and look to take it higher. So at the moment, sells back at 139 look very, very good to me, coming from that price swing higher there on the left. You can see market's already respected it twice already, so it's already proven that we're finding resistance here. So if we do come up into that, most likely we'll reject it back down again. If we don't and we snap through that, then yeah, maybe we are forming that bull flag to go bullish, and the market can rally to the upside from that, and then the buys will look good again. But at the moment, I wouldn't buy this market. Already seen an incredibly bearish move down. Markets pull back from the lower high and just taking out those lows. So I wouldn't buy a market like this. If it starts breaking structure and give me some higher highs, then yeah, I'll look to buy. And then that will obviously line up to daily, and then the market may fly to the upside again. Who knows? But at the moment, it's still a bit too early to buy. The fact that we're holding that price swing high as resistance as well is not a good sign. So yes, I do agree with the high time frame still being bullish, potentially a bull flag at play. But I wouldn't buy that. I'd wait for some structure to break. Hence why short-term sells still look very, very good. So that's my analysis from that one. Pound USD, yes, we are coming into that key level on the high time frame on the monthly chart. 1.21 area here. So we are in a very, very interesting place for pound USD. You know, are we going to respect this level and come straight back down, or are we going to fly through and just have maybe a big fake out? You know, similar to what we had here. Big fake out, market pulled, we rallied. Is this going to climb and close back above? Big fake out, are we going to rally? Potentially. With this monthly candle's about to close in 1 day and 11 hours, I highly doubt we'll close above the level. So most likely we're going to see a candle close similar to how we're looking right now, which means the market has come into the level, pull back and reject the level, which could mean December could open up with a bit of a wick to the upside and then maybe a down move followed by that, because we've come into level, kissed it, normally going to see some type of reaction. December might not necessarily close bearish, but it probably will react with this level, probably see some downside. It might flip bullish again and break above. Who knows? But most likely we'll probably see some type of reaction from the level and some type of downside move again. And that's kind of the move I'm looking to sell for pound USD, because on the daily chart and the 4H chart, we are coming, well, predominantly the daily, we are coming into, let me just move that low out of the way, we are coming into this lower high area here. You can see how the market's been moving. We've got the low, lower high, low, lower high, low all the way down there. coming back into that lower high area. I do expect the bears to step back in and see some downside, which also buys into the fact that the market is currently holding onto that resistance there as well. So I am looking at sales for pound USD, and obviously that higher time frame level, monthly time frame, adds to the confluence, but it's still not quite ready yet. The market in the 4H is still creating higher highs and higher lows, and for all I know, we could be forming another higher low to rally straight through. So it doesn't make sense for me looking to sell right now, but it definitely is coming into an area I am looking to sell. I just need to wait for structure to line that up on the 4H time frame for me. Low time frames, yeah, sure thing, you can sell, but for what I'm looking for, I need a little bit more than that to enter position. But yeah, pound USD sales from that level do make a lot of sense, but just a little bit early in my opinion. I'll take a look at gold, AJPY, nat gas, and I'll take a look at gold, and then oil after as well. Sell 80. Okay, we'll take a look. Hey Vince, been a while. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good. Bro, do you make some foot bets in the World Cup? No, I haven't actually. I didn't really bet on football. I have done in the past, but I haven't been very lucky, to be fair. So yeah, I don't really bet on football anymore. I do play the World Cup fantasy, but yeah, I haven't put any bets. I mean, I suspect if you're going to put any bets on the World Cup, just bet on the underdog, because they've been doing well, and obviously the return on it is not bad. Like Saudi Arabia beating Argentina and Japan beating Germany. Just put some money on the underdog. You know, the return's not bad at all. I guess. Have you, Anus? Big up, morning, Tony. Go welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Anything you're looking at? AUSD and SDUSD. I was supposed to look at AUSD earlier in the stream. We'll take a look at that, no problem. I'm long USDJPY for a quick scalp to 138.99 for my runner. Okay, we'll take a look as well. Money games, no problem. Actually, let me get into the pairs first before we get backed up a little bit. Okay, so was it ADJPY, nat gas, then gold? Yes, it was. Okay, so yeah, like I said, for ADJPY, I'm looking at price coming back down. Again, a lot of the JPY pairs, I'm looking at price seeing some downside. Again, a nice bearish move yesterday, huge bearish candle breaking through the support. Today we've opened up bullish, but it could just be the retest of the level we've just broken through for price to continue its move to the downside, back down to this level here. So I am looking at shorts for ADJPY for us to return back down to 91.363. We could go further, but I'll keep it to that level for now. Reason being, the higher time frames are still technically bullish, so I'm not going to be too aggressive with sells, because we could easily find support and rally again to the upside. So looking at push back down to 91,500 for AUDJPY. We're coming into the level to retest around now, so we'll be looking for confirmations in this area to sell it back down. I know it's a bit of quite a wide zone, quite a thick zone, but there's a lot of areas where price has come back and retested in this kind of 93 to 50 area. So that's kind of where I'm looking at the resistance being, and sells back down to the downside. If we break back above the level, then things just get messy again, because at the time we've got all these lower highs more or less with that trend line. Key support, if we break back above the zone, we're kind of into this area here where price might want to fluctuate some more. So I would just kind of leave it alone. If we break back above. It's very, very messy. So if you can retest that resistance there and reject it, I would expect them to be back down to 91,500. I would say make sure to keep aware of that low there, which price has formed recently, to take some profit off the table. But nonetheless, I do think we can see a big move back down to 91,500. Okay, so I'll take a look at nat gas, and I'll move on to gold. Okay, so what's been going on with natural gas? Okay, we rallied to the upside quite far, and we haven't done much. I think the last time we spoke about natural gas, we had this big rally, I'm pretty sure. We're trading around here. Maybe, I think so. Okay, so we are still retesting this level here, where I do think, actually I remember now, I said I do think we can see a big sell-off from this level here from natural gas, and I still stand by that. We could probably see it maybe move back down to these lows potentially. Bit of a bold statement, but that's how we like it. Right now for natural gas, it looks like we could be looking at another test of this level 7.5 again. The fact that the market tried to kind of reverse here, taking out these lows, then we snap bullish again. Markets retesting that level many times and start to form some higher lows as well. So it looks like natural gas could be looking to get another test of this high first, and maybe from the second test that level we might look to fall again. But at the moment, it looks like we're still seeing this bullish trend here from this kind of fake downside on Wednesday, 16th November. It's still at play, so I do think we can probably see another push to the upside back up to 7.6, which is that key daily level, and then maybe from the second test we could start to see the market reverse maybe and come back down again. But from the higher time frames, the sales from this level look very good. Obviously I know Arturo on the lower time frames, so buys might be your best bet for now. But I do expect us, as long as we don't break above 7.6, to eventually sell off again. So for now, we probably see something like that. And then if we can get a good rejection, maybe the double top can come through, or we might break through. We'll have to see. But for now, it looks like most likely 7.6 back to this wick area here is looking likely for natural gas. And then we can see what we do at 7.6. So hopefully that made sense there. Okay, so I'll take a look at gold now, and then I'll go on to oil. A few requests on oil, so I'll take a look at oil, and then AUD and USD. Also, give an opinion on the DXY. Okay, I mean DXY and EURUSD very similar, so I'll just be doing that inverse. But yeah, I'll give my opinion on the DXY, no problem. CAD seat chef, we'll take a look too, but first let me get to gold and oil. So yeah, gold has been very kind of sideways, so I haven't really looked to trade it. I looked at it on the weekend and I was like, yeah, I'm good. There are other pairs that look a lot cleaner, so I'm not really too bothered about the price action in gold in this particular area. If we get moved to 1780, I will be inclined to short gold. I do still favor downside moves back down to 1700 for gold. You can see the key level the market is created here. We tested multiple times around there, flipped it as resistance. So I do think if we're successful at this level, we can see a move right back down to 1700 again. However, I want price to rally to the upside first before I get into any sells. Reason being, the market's starting to create some higher lows here as well as some lower highs. And that for me is just the market kind of squeezing together, and those patterns I tend to stay away from. I don't like it when the market's making lower highs and higher lows. It kind of contradicts each other in structure. It hasn't really made up its mind of which way it's favoring. So because of that, I don't really have a clear cut bias. Therefore, my edge kind of disappears a little bit. Therefore, it doesn't really make sense for me to trade. So I'm looking at 1782 shorts up here. I'll be inclined to sell up there. And again, I'm not looking at the 1700 straight away. I'll probably look at move right back down into this kind of area here. Maybe that area there, things look good, and then out the trade again. So yeah, if we can get a nice strong rally to 1780, 82, I'll be happy to short and see some sales back down again. But I'm not interested in gold at this price action right now, just because I don't have a clear cut bias on what I expect the market to do next. It could see another move back down again. It could rally straight through. Just nothing very clear. It's not really trading at any area of value for my trading anyway as well. So yeah, move back to 1782. I'll be looking to sell and push and see if I can push, well, not me myself, but see if I can push gold back down again. That'd be nice if I could push gold. Okay, so where's oil? There we are. So oil's been particularly bearish. Is still holding onto that price swing low. We've still got this level here, giving us a little bit of a range there. Anything clear cut underneath it? Okay, we do have this range here, which we almost wicked into there, around 72, 73. So we almost wicked into that area there. So yeah, oil for me is still predominantly very bearish. So if I was trading this market, I'd only be looking for sales really. There is a little bit of a level here. I wouldn't pay it too much attention, but it could give us a move back down. If I was looking to trade this, I'll probably be focusing more around the 82 level. That'd be really nice if you can come up to that, but we well could respect 79, 70 and come back down from that as well. So yeah, sales look the best bet right now. I know we are rejecting it, but I would expect the sellers to step back in again. You can see the consistent lower highs the market has been printing. We could well form another one of those with these lower highs. So if we respect 79, 70, sales look good back down to 76.25, which is the low. If we do break through that, not the end of the world. I would expect this level to probably hold next around the 82. Again, looking at the same move back down to 76. So oil for me looks very good for sales, particularly in move back down into these areas. Looks very, very good. And yeah, that's what I'd be looking for oil to come back down into. Don't really trade oil, but I do like the structure. Hey, thank you so much, Moch. Always coming through the donation. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Number one support. That's why she's moderator. And thank you, YK, for subscribing. Yeah, guys, if you're enjoying the stream, please be sure to subscribe and drop a like if you haven't done already. It does really help out the channel. So make sure you do like and subscribe if you haven't done already, and hit the bell if you haven't done already as well. Don't want to miss out on any streams. Okay, so where am I? So yeah, gold and oil. Hopefully that makes sense on those markets. I'll do AUD now, and I'll take a look at CAD, CHF as well. Why didn't you buy pound CHF this morning? Because pound CHF didn't really give me a good opportunity to go long. Again, in terms of my entries, I know it was trading in and around that level, which I'm looking to buy from, but I was looking for price to come down and get a second test of the level. Where is pound CHF? There we go. I was looking for price to come back and get a second test of the level, and I didn't get that. We kind of formed a higher low slightly above it. If price came back down in respect to the low again, then I would have gone long, but it formed a high low there and just a huge candle there to the upside, which is not an entry that I look to take. So if it rallies without me, but I've got consistent ways that I look to enter the market, which doesn't mean I catch every trade. You know, sometimes I'll map out a level. You know, the market could come and test the level, but it doesn't give me an entry that I look to take, and sometimes I do miss those trades. This could well be one of them. I do think, however, because it is struggling to break through high, it's most likely going to roll back over again. So I do think I'll probably get an entry if it does come back down. But yeah, it didn't give me what I was looking for, so didn't enter the trade. But it is giving me evidence that it's holding to this market as support, which is a good sign. So if it does come back down again, I'll be interested to go long on it. Once again, since I can't leave more than one like. Yeah, it's a shame. Hey, thank you so much for subscribing, Brit. I didn't see your name there. I'm just going to say Rip. Thank you so much for subscribing. And R8 Oz, thank you so much for subscribing as well. I appreciate it, guys. Okay, so let me take a look at AUSD and NZUSD, and I'll go on to CAD Swiss. Muzi, Miko, last month I blew $100 account. I need to continue working hard. Giving up isn't an option. Of course. I mean, I would say to you, focus on demo accounts right now, because at the end of the day, trading $100 account isn't really going to do much for you in terms of profit. If you make 10%, it's $10. It might not seem much because it's only $10, but 10% on any account is very good indeed. So I would say focus on trading demo accounts and look to either save money, which you can trade a slightly higher account. Even $500, you can do a lot more than with just 100 as well. So I would say focus on demo, because at this point, if you're blowing accounts, you obviously haven't mastered the skill set of trading, especially risk management, which is obviously a key part of trading itself. So I'd say you don't want to keep blowing $100, because then you're just losing money at that point. So I would say focus on trading demo. I know it's like, feels like a step in the wrong direction, but it's actually a step in the right direction if you use it well. So I would say focus on demos, work hard at that, and mastering your skill of actually trading, and then you can look to trade, whatever live accounts you want to trade. But, if you don't have the skill set and the confidence to trade, most likely you're just going to blow another account, and it's not fun to do that at all, and it could be quite discouraging and cause some people to quit early, which is not what we want to see. Okay, let me take a look at AUD/USD and NZD now. So yeah, I was talking about AUD/USD and NZD/USD early in the stream. No, just AU. I haven't talked about NZD yet. But yeah, what I was saying is basically that AU is very, very similar to Euro in terms we've got a nice key level, which the market's kind of fluctuating through right now. It's difficult to tell if Euro is breaking above this or holding on to it. Same with AU. Can't really tell if the market is breaking above this or holding on to it. As a result, I'm staying patient. Either which way, I'm looking to trade it. If we clear above this level, clear the highs, most likely we can see the market push a lot higher. Clear the lows, most likely going to see the market push a lot lower, potentially back down to the lows there as well. So right now it's a little bit unclear for AU. If we're forming that double top to reverse, or the market just placed another higher low to rally. I mean, the 4H trend right now is pretty bullish still. So, this well could be another higher low to break through to the upside. In fact, if we do clear those highs there, I would expect us to catch some nice buys on the retest, and price to rally even further. But right now, it's a little bit hard to tell because we're looking bullish now, but maybe by the end of the day, we've pulled back a bit and the market again is closed within the level. So it's difficult to tell if it's 100% we're breaking above or, actually rejecting the level of resistance. So similar to Euro USD, I'm not really trading it in this zone here. Is like a no-no for me. And same with AUD/USD. In this area is like a no-no for me as well. I want price to make me a move first. If we can clear these lows, that would be very, very nice indeed. Next low high from that, most likely is going to give us a nice down move back to those lows. That would be very, very nice indeed. But we'll wait and see. Beggars can't be choosers. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at AUD/USD right now. Nothing clear. You maybe could be heading to the highs. If you break the highs, then yeah, breaking retest looks good. But it's in a no trade zone for me at the moment. So leaving it alone. NZD/USD. Again, similar currency pair to AUD/USD. This one a little bit cleaner, I would have to say. Reason being, we've actually snapped above the low here a long time ago and retested it as support. So right now we're seeing that momentum kind of kick in on the retest of that resistance there, of these wicks here. So just simple break and retest, nothing more complicated than that. We do have a key area up here, which I feel like the market could be gravitated towards if we keep this momentum up. So obviously the retest of this area here. So we're coming back into those highs. You might see a slight pullback, and then buyers could look good above that, or even just above the high there. Above the high, retest of that into 0.63400 looks good. But 4H time frame, consistent bullish trend since October, mid-October, still in play. Looks like potentially another higher low. So you want to see another retracement or break and retest of the highs to go long. And the clear targets at 0.63400 look good as well. So that's what I'm expecting for NZD/USD. This one looks a lot clearer to trade than AU, because AU right now is doing some funny business at that level, right? Whereas NZD/USD, we've broken through the level, clean retest. 4H looks very, very solid, and a solid level to target as well. So yeah, I hope that made sense. Okay, I'll take a look at CAD CHF and Euro Pound. AUSD in 4-hour retesting level 67853. Let me take a look. 0.67853. 67. Okay, you can sell from there if you want to. Personally, I wouldn't. Like I've said, for the reasons that we're trading at this level, If you do break above it, I do think AUD/USD can go a lot higher. Therefore, I wouldn't really sell there. Not to say it won't go down, but I just know how far it will go down. You know, we could respect this level here, go down a few candles, find support, rally straight through. So if you're looking for a small trade, then yes, sells up there look good, but I wouldn't push it too far. Hence why I said if you break above the highs, I think that break and retest will look very, very good and probably go a lot further as well. So yeah, you can sell there. It's already respected twice, so it's definitely an area of resistance, but I wouldn't push the trade too far. Euro pound, we'll take a look too. No problem, Arturo, happy to help. Thank you. No problem, THQ trading. Glad it makes sense. If sell 79.90, what will be the stop loss? No problem, Muzi, happy to help. 79.90, what pair are you talking about? 79.90, is that AJPY? No. What pair is 79.90? It's got to be a JPY pair, surely. Yeah, remind me what pair you're talking about, Popcorn. Okay, so yeah, I'll do CAD Chef, Euro Pound, and then I'll hop onto USD JPY. Jeez, I only got 4 minutes left of the stream, I did not realize. JPY USD, I presume you mean USD JPY. I'll take a look at that pair. Hey, open-minded coding, welcome back. Miko, long time. Yeah, long time. I can't remember the last time you're on the stream. Great to see you still going strong, of course, as always. Consistency is key. Okay, so CAD Chef. Okay, so yeah, CAD Chef, like I said, buys do look good. The reason buys look good is because we recently cleared these lows out, these lows here, so we could see a pop to the upside, but I'll wait for structure to break. Wait for one of these highs to be taken out. Well, one of these highs, I mean the last high to be taken out. If we can see something like this, take out the structure, then the buys will look very good. You know, back above this price swing low, you know, break through the highs, break that structure, retest, then go long, something like that would look very good indeed. But at the moment in time, we're nowhere near there, so we need a lot of development for that. At the moment, price is still bearish and actually could respect this low, form another lower high, and actually come straight back down to this support level. So if you are looking at shorts, this level looks good for shorts. If you're looking at longs, you need to wait for a lot to happen, break of structure, break back above 0.70762, and then I'll look to buy that up. And even with the buys here, I'll be fairly conservative because we could still form another major lower high in reference to this major lower high and actually come straight back down again. You know, this break of structure doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to fly to the moon. It just means that from an hourly time frame, we've shifted the momentum, but we could still see the weekly momentum, the daily momentum, the full H momentum kick back in. You can see the weekly there looking hella bearish, daily as well. You know, all this does play into account. So the buys do look good above that level, but do be wary because even if you do get that break of structure in the retest, it might not be the craziest trade in the world, but definitely a trade of some good probability. But a trade that I wouldn't suggest holding on for too long because the markets, you know, are still incredibly bearish. But yeah, at the moment, CAD CHF, respect that level, could roll over. But if you're looking for buys, I'd wait for that. Wait for structure to break to the upside. I'll take a look at Euro Pound and I'll take a look at USD JPY. And I'll quickly go over some pairs that I'm looking to trade as well as we wrap up the old stream. Okay, so Euro Pound, like I said, for this one, I'm looking at some sells for this guy. I'm hoping to see a double top into this level here. I'm not really interested in the price action there. Hella wicks around that area, looking messy. So I'm looking for a push into 0.85783 back into this key level support, which I'm expecting eventually to break. So I'm only going to be looking at shorts until we do that, or unless we break through that high, which is highly unlikely, but obviously I could be wrong. So I'm looking at trades like this for Euro Pound, if you can get another push back up again, or a push into there. I'm looking at sells back down. So those are the setups I'm looking at euro pound. As you can see from the old trading review profile, and also on my Telegram, check it out if you want to. But again, euro pound, looking at sales from these areas here, looking for a move back down and eventually snap through the support into 0.85 down there as well. So hopefully that made sense there for euro pound. And USJPY to finish things off. Yeah, like I said, for USJPY, I'm still looking at sells for this one, but short-term sells for the higher time frames are still extremely bullish despite this strong downtrend, not downtrend, the down move that we've had on the 4H and the daily. So that the market is still bullish, reason being higher highs and higher lows is still intact. Well could form a higher low to rally again. But as you can see, the market is breaking through that price swing high, retesting that as resistance, and the 4H is definitely bearish. So we most likely can get some short-term sells. The market could go further, but we've got to respect what the high time frames are doing. And if we break above this level, which is around 39,300, if we break above 139,300, that's when I'll look to go long on USJPY. But right now, still bearish, so I would only look to sell up here. And yeah, pretty conservative, take profit right back down there. So yeah, hopefully that made sense, guys, and hope everyone has enjoyed the stream. Like I said, my watch list, just check out TradingView or Telegram. I've got the watch list there. But I'll let you guys know if I do get any trades. I'm looking at Euro JPY coming back down again, pound JPY, looking at it breaking through this support, coming back down to these areas. Pound CHF, I'll look to even get a retest that level to go long. Euro pound, like I said, we tested those highs to go short. Pound AUD, I want to see what we do at these levels here as well, because if we can hold this, I do think pound AUD can rally. Same time, if we break through, I do think we can fall. We've just got two clean ranges, you know, with a lot of pips actually. We've got about 274 there, about 300 something there. So clean ranges we're working with. If we respect the range that's low here at 1.78, we'll look for buys back up again. If we don't break through, perfectly fine, look at sells back down. And again, I probably won't look for the full range, you know, work out 50% of the range. Those are normally good targets to have, and then maybe leave the rest to trickle back down again. But we will see. But yeah, guys, so those are the pairs I'm looking at. Obviously, check out the Telegram if you want to see some more content. Links in the description and also at the top of the live chat. And if you are looking for a broker, I do have my link to affiliate link to IC Markets. Feel free to check it out if you are looking for a broker. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for coming onto the stream. I do appreciate everyone who has liked the video and who everyone has subscribed as well. I did see quite a few subscribers this stream, so thank you so much for everyone subscribing and liking the stream. Of course, I will be live again tomorrow, Wednesday and Thursday. I wasn't actually live last week Thursday with Trader Nick because they were celebrating Thanksgiving, which I completely forgot about, to be fair. Even though people were talking about it on the stream, I forgot they're in the States. So obviously they're celebrating Thanksgiving last week Thursday. So yeah, I wasn't live with Trader Nick last week Thursday, but hopefully you should be live this Thursday. I don't think there's any celebrations going on, so it should be good. But yeah, we'll be live again Wednesday and Thursday on my channel, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. UK time. So I hope I do see all of you there. And yeah, have a great day, everyone. No problem, Anus. Great to have you on as well. Thank you so much, Moch, moderating the stream. Didn't need to kick anyone out today, so that is good. But yeah, thank you so much for coming onto the stream, guys. Have a great day. Happy trading, and I'll catch you all tomorrow. out.